girls? How can a human rights activist can go hand in hand with a Muslim which circumcises his girls? How can they go together? All of that is happening only in the name of hating the Jews, only in the name of hating Israel. I turn here to European countries and people to stop being hypocritical. Say clearly the truth and stop hiding behind slogans of human rights and the stop of the Israeli occupation of the Palestinians. Say you are really afraid of the billion Muslims. Say that you are hanged and tied to the Muslim and Arab oil. I want to understand, does the Europeans want to see mosques pop up in every beautiful European city? I know that in Switzerland the people said no to that. And how do you Europeans deal when Muslims take in the lift sheep to slaughter them in the holiday festival of the Korban, of the victim? When they butcher their sheep at their homes, how do you Europeans deal with it? How do you Europeans who love opera and love chansons, how do you deal with the muazzin crying Allahu Akbar from the mosques? Do you Europeans like to see the streets of Europe flooded with women wearing the burqa? Do you like to see the Muslims' young generation closing themselves to the European culture? Do you like the way that Muslims go against anyone who holds another opinion and they go against violently? Do you like the way that Muslims burn down your schools? You cannot blame Israel for all of your problems all of the time. I want to make an imaginary exercise with you Europeans. Let's say that Ahmadinejad succeeds, God forbid, with his plan to demolish Israel. And there's no Israel, there's no occupation, there's no Jews. Do you think your problems will stop then? Do you think that, especially now, when there is an economic crisis, the problem would disappear when Israel will disappear? Do you think that in the economic crisis, the Islam will not maintain more people, depressed people, who will be ready to bomb themselves and do suicide terror acts on you, European infidels? Do you think that they won't be ready to bomb themselves on your buses, on your restaurants, in your cafes, on your towers, because for them you are just non-Muslims, you are infidels. They want to see the Sharia law ruling Europe, and if they won't see it, they will fight you, even if Israel will not exist, God forbid. If you think that by feeding the brutal animal of Islam with Israel will put her to ease, you are wrong. Remember that Israel is the home for the Jewish people. We, the Jewish people, were murdered brutally by you Europeans on your soil. We have the right to defend ourselves. And I tell you, as the Prime Minister of Israel,